Now, Greg, he is coming back, isn't he?
I think so, yeah, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. In saying that, I wouldn't be stressed if I was stuck here forever. How magnificent is this backdrop? Now, this is Greg. He's a guru trout fishing guide, and today he's recommended we take a chopper in. And why would you chopper fish? Are we just layerising around, or is there a reason for it?
Oh, less pressure on the fishery, so yeah, better fishing generally, hopefully.
So in theory, our chopper pilot told us no one has fished this river for 2 to 3 weeks. That means, with my incredible fly fishing skills, not even on a chance. Hey, what's with the old... Be nice.
Oh, we'll see.
I'm paying you to be nice to me.
We'll see how we go.
When you're rigging your fly rod and reel, really handy tip, just double over your fly line and use your fly line to thread through your guides. It just works so much easier than trying to thread a thin piece of nylon through the end. And if you do happen to drop it, the whole lot won't fall back through and you don't have to start again, because I bet that's got people in the past. So a couple of minutes to rig up, and I've got to ask the question, Greg.
Yeah.
Neoprene, fluff, and rubber. What am I going to catch on that?
Hopefully trout, yeah, big browns.
What does that actually represent?
Cicada season, so we're just getting into the start of it right now, so particularly backcountry rivers, it can work quite nicely.
So we've got 2 fly rods. The options are dry fly and also maybe nymph.
Got the 5 weight with the dry, got the nymph rod, 6 weight, and we're ready to go.
Let us fish, because I am like a coiled spring ready to unwind.
Optimum, slightly to the left of him.
Okay, yep.
And you want to lean forward with your rod tip to avoid any of this current here. That's what gives you drag.
Yeah, I just want to have a feel.
Don't put it up there.
Okay.
Righto, so a couple of, you're going to go straight on the left.
To the left of that
slightly
line.
left, wind's going to blow you in, so just be careful on the left side.
Left?
Yeah, left by, yeah, pretty good. Strip, slowly. Oh yeah, that's good, that's perfect.
I'll just explain the situation we've got here. We've moved into the river. We've got a fish that's not quite feeding about 5 metres in front of us, and then 4 metres in front of him there's a fish that's very actively feeding. So we don't want to spook the back fish because he'll spook the front fish. We're going to try and fish over the back fish. If we don't get him, I'm then going to cast over the top to try and get the one in front of him. So we've got 2 options here. That can be good and bad. Let's see how it goes.
It's up to you.
It is. If it is to be, it is up to me.
One more, a little closer in again.
He had a look, didn't he?
Yeah, he's had a couple of looks now. You can come up into this rock here if you want.
That'd be better. What about this one?
Yeah, good.
Where am I putting it?
Right over that white rock, so 5 feet, 6 feet in front of it. Try that. Yeah, good. Just slow.
I see him.
I can't, but anyway.
I did. It went right over him.
Watch it. Wait. Yeah!
Oh, well done. Well done. I actually saw that go over me, turned, and then come back on it. Well done, mate.
That's the story. Just get that line on the reel, eh? Ladle this.
Yeah. Oh. Don't worry, I haven't been walking
You're
long.
good?
All good.
Yeah, once you got past that initial couple of minutes and they settle down to this, you're pretty right.
Yep.
As long as you keep control of them.
But I can't believe a lot of people don't rate trout. They go, oh, trout don't fight.
Yeah.
I tell you now, this guy's heading upstream.
Watch that rock.
He's trying to get me into a boulder.
Pull him down this way, down this way. He's gone in that bottom and there he goes.
And there he goes. So like I was saying, people don't rate trout, but that one just absolutely smoked me. Now the bad news, how big was that one?
5, 6 pounds, something like that.
5 or 6 pounder brown, gone. That's fishing. Gotcha. Oh! That's a nice fish, mate. Oh.
Get him on, get some pressure on. Watch that, so he's on those rocks already?
Yep. Oh, yeah, I see him there. Gee, it's hard, eh?
All right.
Okay.
You're good.
He's got his head in that current.
Yep.
And that was probably the 6th cast.
Yeah.
And you know what the difference was? It was
change of fly and a little bit of a good cast.
And a good cast, yep. Now he's just sitting there. I can't do much at this stage.
You want to you want to make him move, so you probably want to come around here and just try and move him out of that pocket he's in. Or forward, that's fine, yeah, good. That way they don't get the rest.
What a pretty fish, eh?
Could be. All signs look good.
Look at that. I'm just keeping that rod tip nice and high.
Yep.
How's the power in this current the fish has? I just keep changing the angle of the rod tip, trying to drag the fish around.
It ties him out good too, so he's in a rock there now.
Yep. That's it.
He's not looking too bad there. We can just wind down and maybe lift him up. Watch that next rock. Make him work. Ooh. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, this is incredibly tense fishing for trout. Like, how long's trout fishing been like this for?
Forever in New Zealand, since they let him go.
Oh, now he's going to turn on me.
He's going to move and go.
Look at him there. And this isn't an overly big fish for this river, you reckon?
Not massive, but a lovely start, I'd say.
Oh, it's a cracking trout from where I'm standing. Just trying to drag him across that current.
Now do it.
Well done.
Beautiful.
And that is how our plan comes together. I've got to say, that first fish that smashed me, we're thinking it was twice the size of this. Had a few casts, but casting confidence isn't high. We're going to work on that. But how's the coloration on that trout? A beautiful brown, and he is golden brown. Is that typical of the fish in this area, mate?
Just look at the colour of the boulders, and then they seem to match it, you know, and they get that nice
wow
colour.
What a cracking fish. And this would be a descendant of the first brown trout ever released in New Zealand in 1867. They come from Australia, of all places, a little state called Tasmania, and then they came from Europe and some other places in the world. And I've got to say, I reckon New Zealand, from what I've seen this morning already, it probably does have the best trout fishery in the world.
They've thrived pretty well.
Cracking fish. We'll put this little guy back. I say he's little, to me he's a horse, and see what else lies beneath in this river. They are such incredibly pretty fish. When you look at this fish, look at that coloration and how well camouflaged he is to the natural environment. I'll just pop him in there. I can see his gills opening and away he goes. And he'll just go and sulk on the bottom for a second. Straight away, head goes into the current and he'll just sit there, get some oxygen through the gills, and when he's ready, he's gonna go and eat a whole lot more nymphs. Imagine just how many tiny insects a trout that size has to eat to actually put on weight. It's mind-blowing.
Right, it's right in there with confidence. A little longer, that's long enough. Perfect. Watch out, here he comes. Still,
he turned. I saw him, not good.
One more, no, not great, but we'll see what happens. He's moving to the right there now. Yeah, good, real good. Okay, I'm gonna change.
Gee, had a look at that, eh?
Oh, that first cast. It was all good, no drag, it was all fine.
Excellent. So we've got a really nice fish here, but it's not a great situation. We've got current on the left, current on the right, and still water in the middle. So it's very hard to get your fly to swim or float naturally without drag. Drag is the fly fisherman's big enemy. So we've had two casts with a black nymph. What are we putting on now, mate?
A little grey.
A little grey nymph. Theory is, the fish hasn't seen a grey before, he may eat it, but he did have a good look, didn't he?
It came down river on it all right, and unfortunate, but see what we can do.
The great thing about this place, if you don't catch this one, the next pool will have one, and the next pool, and the next pool, and the next pool. It's just insane.
Oh, you want to hold hands with me now?
Well, you know how they talk about the romance of fly fishing?
That's really great.
I've never quite understood it until now, mate. But now I get it. Just a couple of boys going up in the mountains.
I think he's just gone. That was the one.
That's the other thing you've got to understand about trout. They're not all eating all the time, and that fish just refused to look at anything, even though some of my offerings weren't too bad.
past, right over the front of the roll. That's it. Ah!
Well done, my friend. I'm not sure if you yelled loud enough though.
You were still slow.
He's got some stink.
Yeah, that's the idea, just chase him up.
And how good was that? We've been battling for a couple of hours trying to find a fish to take a fly. Second cast, he ate it, mate. That's it, just try and drag him around a bit. Bring him back with the current.
Let him get below us, but he's a beautiful trout.
Gee, they use that power, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Just don't jam that reel.
And these boulders, they're hard enough to walk across when you haven't got a fish on, but it's amazing when your focus is on that fish, how much better you can walk across them and run at times. I'll try and bring him into this bay. Look at that fish.
Done. Dirty.
And that is what you get when you never ever give up. Beautiful fish, the colours are just sensational. And I am very, very excited, mate. We'll just wander up this way. Everyone can see this fish. And the take was just textbook, wasn't it?
Oh, it's perfect, yeah.
Now that's a hen, is it? When I say a hen, I mean a female brown trout now.
Just very young, but... Oof.
Look at the colorations, big broad back, cracking fish. And as I said, there's been a lot of fish there. We haven't been able to catch them. We've tried and tried. And you said, mate, just keep casting, and the second time she ate it.
It always comes right. It always comes right.
Well, we'll let this girl go. I think it's time for a little snack, because we've been working hard. And up that way, there's plenty more where she came from. I just want to take a break from this fishing session and think about some of the things I've seen today. Some big browns, but I just can't get them to take. And I've got to admit, my casting isn't really up to speed. I've really got to practice a bit. Speaking of casting, if you've got the right outfit, it makes fly fishing so much easier. This is a 6-weight fly outfit, perfect for rivers of this size, catching brown and rainbow trout. The line, that's basically like your sinker when you're fly fishing, and this is a weight-forward floating line. So the line floats, but the weight is in the end of it to make it easy to cast. Tied to the end of the line is my tapered leader. That's just simple monofilament or fishing line. And just there, that is my strike indicator, a bit of fluff. That sits on the surface, the fly sits just below. When the trout grabs the fly, the fluff goes down, and it's time to strike and catch a beautiful brown.
What are you doing? Now you're coming right. Now you got the timing, let her go. Perfect, watch that indicator. Ah!
That's a good one.
Come forward, big boy. Where's he gone?
He's coming this way.
Yeah, sweet as. Just try and just settle, and then just try and shorten up and direct him off those rocks. Kidding.
No, he's snagging on the rocks.
Just take it easy, because we've had that under a rock or two.
He's a fighter, that's it. He's just got plenty of power.
That's where you want him to be. Now just lift his head.
And as they say, nothing but net. Well,
oh, it's taken a while.
It's taken a while, but I've got to say, that is probably one of the most rewarding fish you could ever hope to catch. We've seen so many big brown trout. The biggest fish I've seen today has probably been over 8 pound. I've been busted off by 7 pound fish. We just kept presenting, and at times you start to doubt yourself. But I say there was no doubt the first cast, and what an incredible brown this fish is, mate. What a fish. Oh.
There you go.
He is
beautiful.
Brown trout gold. How's the head on that thing? And as I talk about reward, persistence, for a couple hours there I just couldn't take a trick. Everything went wrong, but you must see this a bit, mate.
Oh yeah, they turn on and off definitely, and they've been hard all day, but kind of succeeded in the end, I guess.
We've definitely succeeded. I'm going to call this fish Tats, as in Tats Lotto, because when he took that fly, it was like I'd won the major prize. Unbelievable. There is great relief, let me just say. Well, if you love the idea of going for a little helicopter ride and then catching beautiful brown trout in New Zealand, find your way to Owen River Lodge. And to do that, speak to my good mate Gary Barmy at Angling Adventures, and you too could be holding magnificent South Island brown. See you, buddy, and thanks for the memories. Look at that.